Cal, impressive win Tuesday night. What's been the message to the lads going into Saturday's game?
It's got to be more of the same, innit? I think we were impressive on Tuesday night, but like I touched upon after the game, we weren't surprised, we weren't shocked. That's the levels that we can hit, and when we hit them consistently, we'll be a real force. But for us, it's a massively important game because it's an opportunity to get 3 points on the board. There's talk about momentum and being in a good run of form. For us, we want to pick up 3 points every time we're out there. I've obviously made a big song and dance, if you like, about the importance of this game, and anyone that's sort of followed some of the things we've spoke about will understand why. So we'll be as desperate as ever for 3 points. But yeah, we've certainly got something to build on the back of Tuesday.
So Linnets front line have been on fire last couple of games, 7 goals in 2 games. In contrast, Kendall have kept 4 clean sheets in the last 6. How do you see it panning out on Saturday as what seems to be a bit like an attack-minded team versus defensive-minded team?
It's interesting because I think the criticism that maybe was levelled at us early on in the season was perhaps not being as cohesive in the final third as we would have liked, and we were that side that were being difficult to break down and solid off the ball, and perhaps not quite packing a punch the way we might like in the final third. So it's been refreshing to see the change, but for us I think we need to be a little bit more solid as well. Look, we'll prepare for Kendall the way we're prepared for every game. So we work really hard on the way we watch opposition, we prepare, we look at strengths and weaknesses, and then we recognise our strengths and weaknesses and try and make that into a cohesive game plan. So for us, as much as it might sound a contrast there, Kendall are a solid side at this level. I'd like to think we are as well, and it's going to be about who puts the best version of themselves out on the day on Saturday.
How important is it to get a good start on Saturday? Obviously the last 2 games we've gone behind, and you must be impressed that we've shown the resilience and whatever to get back in front and to win the games. But how important is it to not give Kendall a chance early on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we keep making it difficult for ourselves. If we can eradicate some of the mistakes that I believe are out of character, but in a run of games have ultimately caused us a problem defensively, if we can remove them from performances, I think you'll see us go in front in games. And when we go in front, I think we're going to be difficult to peg back. But we can't keep giving the opposition a head start, you're right. And as much as people talk about the character, I've been so proud of the character of this group and the desire and determination to win games. It's important that maybe we go and score the first goal and we put ourselves in the driving seat in a game that allows us to dominate, maybe the way we did in the second half on Tuesday night, rather than chasing and trying to create some late drama.
And then lastly, 2 new signings this week in Alex and Cole. The Linnets fans are going to have to wait 2 weeks to see them at home, but what can they expect from those 2 lads?
I've been quite repetitive, and probably annoyingly repetitive for people in terms of recruitment, that we are so clear on the profile. So we have a group of senior players that have to tick a set of boxes in terms of experience and successes, but then there is a profile, a younger player that I think you've seen has been very exciting, whether that's Stuart Crilly, Ewan Murray, Louis Hayes, last week, combined with the experience of a Ryan Brook and a Craig Linfield. They're 2 players that we would have been interested in the summer. The circumstances in Wales at the moment mean that Alex Downs has become available, and we appreciate Colwyn Bay's work in making him available to join with us. Alex is a versatile defender. He will add some athleticism across the back line that maybe at times we've lacked and we've needed the option to do. Carl Spellman, with the quality he's got, he's been at Tranmere, he's been around League One football last year. He's an immensely talented footballer. Again, someone we spoke to in the summer, had some other opportunities to pursue, and circumstances meant that we're the right fit for him at the moment. They're 2 players that I feel like will improve us, but equally I don't think it's a group that desperately needs additions. I think you make the right business when the time's right and the right additions, but we've got a good group that I'm delighted being able to improve this week.